So today we're learning about how both sheep and goats were permitted for the Paschal offering. Passover just passed Pesach, and most people think it's just the sheep. It's actually sheep or goats. But it had to be a sheep in Egypt, and mostly has been sheep. That's what we learned from Rabbi Reuven Chaim Klein in the book God versus Gods. The source is Tosfos to Pesachim 3b and 69b, and Hageres Harosh to 69b. In 70 Faces, a book by Rabbi Avram Aryeh Trugman, it says that in Shabbos, which this is a video before Shabbos, the acrostic from Aleph to Taf, Kabbalistic, the idea being to show that Taf came first. From Taf to Aleph. The first letter is Aleph, the last letter is Taf, so it goes from Taf, the last letter, to Aleph. The idea being to show that Taf came first to this world, and subsequently the letter is still the first. While in the world, the letters are arranged first to last. So in other words, they came down into the world, so the last became the first. And this is the acrostic. Takanta Shavas Matisa Karbanaiseha Tivisa Pereisheha Im Sidure Nisacha. So far we're going Taf, Shin, Rish, Kuf, Tzadek, Pei, Ayin, Samach, Nun. Okay, now we're up to Mem, An, Zeha, Leilam, Kaved, Yim Chalu, that's Kaf Yod, Tayameha, Tes, Chaim, Ches, Zechu Zayin, Vegam, Ha'ayhavim, He, Dezvav, He, Devra Hadala, Gedula, Gimel, Bacharu, Bez, Al, Az, Al. Azamer B'Shvachim, the Shabbos Night Song, was composed by the Arizal Rabbi Isaac Luria, and embedded in the first letter of each phrase is the acrostic Ani Yitzchak Luria. The embedded, and basically he embedded his name in the Shabbos song Asadar Lostasa and the Shalosh Suga song B'nei Hechala. The Chadadi was written by Shlomo Alkabatz in the 1500s, and his name, Shlomo Levi, is found in an acrostic running through the poem. So sometimes we get the person in there. Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Aberdechev said that when a person observes a commandment and studies Torah, he receives vitality. The vitality springs from the fear a person obtains via the mitzvos, performance, and Torah observance, and from the spirit he merits to obtain wisdom. In Eov Job 28:28, it says, "Behold, the fear of God is wisdom." In Koheles Ecclesiastes 7:12, it says, "Wisdom gives life to its possessor." Rabbi Nassan of Nemerov on Devarim, Deuteronomy 4:9. Be vigilant and guard your soul. This is from Devarim. Be vigilant and guard your soul very much, so you don't forget the things you saw with your own eyes and remove it from your heart. And you shall make it known to your children and grandchildren. Rabbi Nassan of Nemerov says, one must constantly purify his mind to make it worthy of retaining the impressions of holiness and godliness that he's achieved. He wrote this from, and we have Rabbi Nachman, a person should strive to develop 3 points each day. 1 is the tzaddik, the teacher. 2 is a friend, and 3 is oneself, speaking out of one's heart. The Lubavitcher Rebbe teaches that we must guard our safety and health. Thus, Rambam, Maimonides, writes in Mishnah Torah Deos 4:1 that ensuring that the body remain healthy and strong is an integral part of service of Hashem. And it says in Hatamim 7, and the Rebbe says someone who's unhealthy cannot understand. This is the Rebbe from Rambam. Someone who's unhealthy cannot understand or have any knowledge of the Creator. Jewish law thus requires us to follow the instructions of qualified health professionals, the Rebbe teaches. The Mezritcher Maggid, which was a teacher of the Alter Rebbe, the founder of Chabad, he says, a small hole in the body produces a large hole in the soul. The source for that is Hatamim 7, page 664. And in Devarim 4:15, it says in Deuteronomy, you must guard yourselves carefully, nafshe seichem, your nefesh, your vitality, your health. The Lubavitcher Rebbe also says the Torah is our city of refuge, since in order for a city to be considered a city regarding certain aspects of Jewish law, there must be at least 10 people living there, learning Torah all day, because there's 10 sfirot, 3 intellectual, 3 emotional, 3 behavioral, and 1 expressive. If we immerse fully in it with all our 10 soul powers, the Torah. In Shar B'Tachon, which is from Rabbeinu Bachya Ibn Pekuda in chapter 7, part 3, Shar B'Tachon is the 4th gate, the gate of trust. The impediments to trust, 10 stages of developing trust. Level 10, when his understanding of God develops even further, This is the 10th stage. He will realize the purpose of his creation and of his entrance into this fleeting world. He'll recognize the greatness of the world to come, which is eternal. He'll despise this world and all the worldly means through which a person obtains its pleasures. He'll give himself over to God. May he be blessed with his thoughts, soul, and body. When he is alone and undisturbed by other people, he'll take pleasure when remembering his Creator, and he'll feel desolate when not pondering his greatness. If he's among people, his only desire will be to please his Creator by fulfilling the Creator his will, and he will long for nothing other than encounter with God. He'll be so happily preoccupied with the love of God that it will stop him from rejoicing with other people who rejoice in the matters of this world, nor will he be able to rejoice with the same order that the people in the world to come rejoice in the world to come. This is the greatest level of all the levels that exist among those who trust in God. It is the level of the prophets, pious ones, and special individuals with pure hearts. As it says in Isaiah 26:8, even in the path of your judgment, God, do we yearn for you. The soul's desire is for your name and remembrance. And in Tehillim, Psalms 42:3, my soul thirsts for God, the living God. Achazia is from Kings Malachim 2:1, book 2, volume 2, chapter 1, verses 2 to 4. On that, it says, Achazia fell through the lattice in his upper chamber in Samaria. I was injured, so he sent messengers whom he instructed, go inquire of Baal Zvuv, the god of Ekron, whether I shall recover of this injury. But an angel of God said to Elijah the Tishbite, go and confront the messenger of the king of Samaria and say to them, is there no God of Israel that you go to inquire of Baal Zvuv, the god of Ekron, like an idol? I mean, like a deity of instead of God. Assuredly, thus said God, you shall not rise from the bed you're laying on, but you shall die. And Elijah went. And on Instagram, I saw something. The angry daughter, afraid she's tricking everyone into loving her, and she thinks she has to confess all the sins she ever committed in the face of everyone who's ever been kind to her, so that they have to know. Abuse can feel like love. Why? Because starving people will eat everything. And the illusions of childhood are necessary experiences. A child shouldn't be denied a balloon just because sooner or later it will burst. I think it's important to remember abuse can feel like love. Why? Because starving people will eat anything. And that a child shouldn't be denied a balloon just because it will burst. I want to also say some of the stuff is from within the past year, maybe 6 months or more. So I wrote, some things I was working on that having been independent for so long, I didn't seem to know how to compromise and balance both people's needs, maybe on purpose, refusing to do it, my more rebelling way. And as I start to, hi. Mind reading tendencies being released as I start to observe my projections and just being myself rather than dissociating into someone else, decentralizing myself by finding my center in them. And as I heal the part of me that doesn't feel I belong and doesn't want to let go of someone like there was a specific person, his name was Michael, who was also like feeling like a stray cat, homeless. And that I felt like a stray cat, homeless. I felt guilty about moving on, about enjoying freedom and choosing my own peace over the trauma bonding, the fixing, the saving the day. And also how letting go does feel so good, to have surprises and good things show up, because Hashem can have the space to run the show with faith and trust rather than me, controlling. And we'll stop there, and I wish everybody a good Shabbos with wholeness, holiness, love, peace, feeling protected, feeling free, relief and good rest and good provisions, guidance, clarity, strength, feeling blessed, feeling connected, being able to share love and gratitude, healthy boundaries, and hope. Being able to receive the portion, enjoying it, being loyal to it, being loyal to who gives us, our providers, being loyal to the provider, sharing love, not letting the sweet, flavorful, spicy love get buried down in bitter and sour, and then turn into even like something that's not palatable or as delicious as it was when it was made. And creativity. And I guess converting energy that could be destructive, rage energy, into productive ambition, motivation, and that we all have lots and lots and lots of care and a healthy balance.